One of the most devastated parts of the world right now, Honduras. The country is struggling to recover from back-to-back hurricanes this month. But members of the Fairfax County Fire Department are on the ground there. As Mike Valerio shows us, they're beginning their holiday season helping any way they can.
It's a massive mobilization effort, recovering after the double punch of monster hurricanes Eta and Iota, storms that displaced hundreds of thousands. But among the wreckage are 5 members of Fairfax Fire and EMS, specifically Virginia Task Force 1. It's the elite disaster response unit now working with the UN and USAID in Honduras. The task force tweeted these photos, writing that it's providing support and equipment for the UN Disaster Assessment and Coordination Team. The 5 firefighters are on the same mission as the Colombian Navy, and Americans loading cargo flights, helping after what a Honduran minister is calling the greatest catastrophe of the country's history. Virginia Task Force 1 said it's also helping local search and rescue with communications and mapping. But there was a short break yesterday. Outside a pitched tent, a Thanksgiving meal of military MREs, meals ready to eat. The team now back to work on a recovery effort the Red Cross says could take Honduras up to 2 years. Mike Valerio, WUSA 9.